Welcome to The Explainer. Do you ever have that feeling? A deep, profound exhaustion that sleep just doesn't touch? It's like your phone battery is stuck at 10%, no matter how long you leave it plugged in. If you're neurodivergent, this probably sounds very, very familiar. And look, this isn't just about being tired. It's a very specific kind of exhaustion, isn't it? It's the kind that comes from putting on a performance all day, constantly managing how you sound, how you move, how you come across to other people. It's that feeling of playing a role that's at the very heart of this whole mystery. Today, we are going to get to the bottom of that mystery. And what you're going to find isn't some flaw in your character. No, it's a powerful and incredibly costly survival strategy. So what is this performance that's just draining your battery dry? Where is all that energy actually going? This quote it hits hard, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that internal tug of war. So many people talk about this, having a public self for work or school, and then a completely different private self that only comes out when the door is locked and you're totally alone. And a lot of the time, those two selves are basically at war with each other. So, this whole act, it has a name. It's called masking. For people who are AuDHD, that means having both autism and ADHD, and for many other autistic and ADHD folks, it's a coping skill you learn to navigate a world that wasn't really built for you. It's things like hiding your natural stims, forcing yourself to make eye contact even when it feels painful, or mentally rehearsing entire conversations before you even say hello, all just to fit in. Okay, so let's really get into it. What is the actual price you pay for this constant performance? Because trust me, it's a lot higher than you'd think. This chart is wow. It shows so clearly that when you suppress a natural impulse, that energy doesn't just disappear into thin air. It has to go somewhere. So instead of a harmless fidget, it gets rerouted into something that's actually physically damaging, like grinding your teeth down or holding your body so tense you end up with chronic pain. And get this, in our totally digital world, it's gotten even worse. Research shows that people with ADHD spend 2.3 times longer just writing a simple email. Think about that. This isn't just being a perfectionist. It's a hidden type of digital masking that keeps you in that performance mode 24/7, sucking your energy away with every single word you type. And the toll isn't just mental. This is so important. The constant strain of masking creates a very real, very serious health crisis in your body. All that chronic stress literally weakens your immune system. It messes with your body's ability to handle inflammation, which leads to a measurable, documented increase in risk for major health conditions. So, if masking is this damaging, this destructive, why is it so incredibly hard to just stop? Well, the motive is a powerful, deeply wired biological fear. For a lot of neurodivergent people, the fear of rejection isn't just a preference. It's wired right into the nervous system. It's called rejection sensitivity dysphoria, or RSD. It's that crushing feeling in your chest when someone's tone changes slightly, or the wave of panic from a text that goes unanswered. It feels like an actual physical injury. And this isn't just a feeling. It's backed by neuroscience. Studies show that when an ADHD brain perceives rejection, its emotional alarm system, the amygdala, shows 23% more activation. Your brain's fire alarm is literally just louder and more sensitive than a neurotypical brain's. And this kicks off a really brutal cycle. The fear from RSD makes you mask even harder, which totally exhausts you. That exhaustion makes you more likely to make a small mistake, which your brain then sees as proof that you're about to be rejected, which triggers even more RSD. It's not a character flaw. It is a biological spiral that traps you in a loop of exhaustion and shame until you just burn out. So here is the absolute crucial takeaway. You can't just stop being so sensitive. It's not about willpower. It's your brain chemistry. Your system doesn't have the same chemical buffer to soften the blow of rejection, and your body stays on high alert with stress hormones staying elevated 40% longer. You just don't bounce back in the same way. Now, here is where things can start to shift. Here's a really powerful way to reframe this whole struggle. What if we change the story from one of personal failure to one of profound protection? Instead of thinking, I'm so fake, or what is wrong with me? What if the thought was, a part of me is working so hard to keep me from getting hurt again? There's a powerful therapy model for this called internal family systems, or IFS. It helps us see that these behaviors aren't flaws, they're protective strategies run by different parts of you that all have a job to do. According to IFS, your inner world is kind of like a team. You have your exiles, which are the young parts of you holding on to the pain from past rejections. Then you've got protectors, or managers, who work around the clock trying to make sure that pain never gets triggered again. Hello, perfectionism. And when the pain does get triggered, firefighters rush in to numb it out, maybe by shutting down or binging. But here's the key. Every single part thinks it's helping. They're all just trying to keep you safe.
So the goal isn't to fight these parts or get rid of them. You can't fire your protectors. The real goal is to connect with the core of you, the calm, compassionate leader inside that can actually guide this whole team.
IFS suggests that underneath all of these hardworking, protective parts, every single person has a core self that is whole and undamaged. It's not something you have to go out and build. It's already there. And it's characterized by these incredible qualities, the 8 C's. And this is where the healing really begins. Your core self can become a kind of compassionate inner parent. It can listen to the fears of your protectors and offer real comfort to those young, exiled parts that have been stuck carrying so much pain for so long. It's all about building a relationship inside yourself based on trust and care instead of criticism. And this all brings us to what might be the most powerful revelation of all. Reconnecting with your true, authentic self isn't just a nice self-help idea. It is a biological imperative. Just let that sink in for a minute. Being your true self is a biological requirement. Authenticity literally regulates your nervous system. It lets that defensive, braced for impact posture finally dissolve, allowing your body to stop fighting a threat that isn't even there. So what's the takeaway? It's not to go and drop all your masks at once tomorrow. That can feel really unsafe and destabilizing. The real first step is to just start listening. What is one tiny, authentic thing your true self is waiting to express? Honoring your own feelings, even in the smallest ways, is how you start to heal. It's how you start coming home to yourself.